Top of the top. We're up on a Monday. We back again. What's up, everybody? I know what's up. We're back. Y'all hear me clearly? What's good? Shut down over to January 2026. What's up, y'all? Well, as of now, in that shutdown, they was talking about it. They had to sit down yesterday on a Sunday. So they having talks about it. We're going to get into it. But nothing is guaranteed still. But things like I said, what up, Punch? What's up, bro? Like I said before, the smart people already did what they had to do. From what I'm getting, like I assume, you just got to go talk to somebody. Like I think they just making everybody reapply. They know the people that's smart enough to know will go through the right channels. Because like in my opinion, people that's disabled, people that have children, they're not going to let them starve. So this is to shake off everybody else. That's my opinion. In my opinion, it's a rebooting of the system, which probably going to have new qualifications. It's going to be different things. That's in my opinion, but every city and every place doing it different. So that's what it's about. But they definitely had a talk on Sunday. And you know, they don't do stuff like that on Sunday. So they had to sit down yesterday. Both parties, everybody sat down and they've been talking about it. So it's so much going on right now. And the only thing is, I assume it's going to be lifted. But the thing people have to understand, the biggest thing about this is not the damn EBT. That's what I be telling people. So once again, in one department of media, you're going to see people scaring you with EBT cut off, EBT jokes, EBT. Oh my God, people going to starve. Oh, EBT, welfare. But the truth is, y'all, that's not the main topic of the whole shutdown. I swear to God, it's not. The main people being affected by the shutdown is government workers that get paychecks. They got mortgages. They got families that's getting backed up on their bills. The ones they got to see, people talking about EBT and welfare, people been working for 40 days with no pay. See what I'm trying to tell y'all? You see how this media shit work? You see how the so-called EBT people gonna get all the blame and jokes and everything is, meanwhile, people that have been working their ass off might lose a lot, might lose it all. And they going in super debt. Some of them. Now the ones that come back off the furlough, they gonna get their back pay. But the people that don't come back, they gonna be finished. That's a fact. If they were not smart enough to get other jobs. So I look at the shutdown like any other job or any other company. If the company had to decide who's coming back, you know the good workers coming back. Any worker that was on the fence, any workers they already wanted to push towards retirement, this for that too, push their ass out, take these payouts. It's for a lot of different things. And the people they want gonna come back. But the main people being affected are the working people. People working for free. So that's why we're gonna also talk about this. Planes been shut down because a lot of TSA workers they have not been getting any breaks, working with no pay, and getting backed up in bills, stuff like that. See, that's what it's all about. Shout out to everybody that's up. I'm about to get into it. Let's go. Like I said, one of the biggest things smoking is this ESPN thing. It ain't just ESPN. It's YouTube. It's YouTube. It's Google, ESPN. Like what people are not getting, YouTube money is up now. YouTube has caught up with Disney. I don't know. I'm going to assume as of now, I think YouTube is past Disney, financial wise. I'm starting to think. I I just got to do the homework. I ain't get a chance to do it. But in my opinion, from what I've been seeing, what YouTube has been doing these past years and the money they've been making off YouTube and YouTube TV, YouTube is up against Disney, y'all. YouTube got the pressure. See, ESPN got used to controlling the sports thing. So what's really going on is the sports, all right. Sports are what the people love. Sports, y'all know, break all race barriers. Sports bring people together, period. Sports was the only thing Americans had, or, people had, period, that was free, or, it give you enjoyment. Is just something positive that you can get, or, people that, like me, I grew up on sports, played sports young. I'm always going to be down with sports. You know what I'm saying? So when I started seeing all this other stuff happening, just like everybody else, we started frowning and not paying attention. So like I said, I've been keeping up with all of this. So what happened is, man, everybody got so greedy. We talk about entertainment. People didn't get that. The past couple years, they turned sports into strictly entertainment, because ESPN is entertainment first. Entertainment first. So they've been always about the show and about having fans. See, the fans been a monopoly. It's not just entertainment. So we watch the entertainment. You know about all the people that became billionaires, became rich off music or whatever. Now we're talking about the sports part. And fans have been taken advantage of. It's been a monopoly. And the whole thing is they've been playing game with these sports. Now, y'all all know when you grew up, sports was free on TV, your favorite, whatever. The point is they started doing a lot of extra stuff. But now, sports betting was the trap for everybody. If you pay attention, sports betting is what's getting everybody ass in trouble. Because the sports betting, y'all, it was to show the greed. Sports betting exposed the greed. When I've been noticing, I watch these shows and I don't get no sports analytics. I've been saying this for years. It's about the show. Then I start realizing, no, they're not going to give me no real analytics. Why? They in the sports betting. Why they going to try to give me the real analytics and statistics of who really winning, who really looking good, who's the real team, who's really losers, who, you see, I started seeing all this very clear. You see what I'm saying? They compromise, meaning, okay, I work for ESPN, we down with sports bet. I can't tell y'all my real opinion, because my real opinion might help y'all win money. See what I'm saying? So I told y'all I saw this shit coming, family. I started my sports channel 2021, somewhere around there. But some just told me, don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. And I started seeing all these people do sports channels. Then I started seeing all these sports podcasters. Then I also was sports betting at the time. I was like, yo, I can give people tips on sports betting. Because at this time, I'm with FanDuel. When they first started, I'm winning. I'm doing certain, you know what I'm saying? I'm starting to figure out, I got my own system. But then I started seeing something else. On all social media platforms, everybody talking about their sports bet wizards, all this sport. I was starting to see people going crazy over the sports bet shit. So after a while, I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm not messing with none of that. I start seeing the energy. I'm not starting my sport. I'm not going into the sports channel. I'm not going into the sports bet. And I said that over 3 years ago, yeah, because I saw this shit coming. Then I see everybody hop on the bandwagon. Sports bet. I said, there they go. They had no clue. Sports betting still was going to show y'all street element of y'all greed. I'm talking about everybody that went too far with that shit. Because the companies got hip and they want to in on it. So you watch ESPN for sports news. They're giving you scripted manufactured news and entertainment because they tied up with sports bet. Meanwhile, guess what? People losing their money. Then the trick is they know you sports bet and they know now you're going to pay for this content. You're going to pay for these games because you want to see the game on the people you bet on. Monopoly. So now they started making more money off sports betting and all this other stuff than the actual game itself. That's why I've been telling you a long time ago, you a fan. Fans have been getting pranked for so long now. I'm not just talking about sports, entertainment, everything. Everything entertainment was damn near bogus. Now everybody's saying this stuff is rigged, this, that, and the third. No, what happened is you're watching exposure, y'all. It was greed. Now, on the cover, you see this woman. Her name was Michelle Beadle. She used to work for ESPN. She's been on Stephen A. Head, exposing him, exposing ESPN. See, ESPN got a lot of enemies. Guess what? Jason Whitlock, he also has been exposing them. Yes, not exposing them out of ignorance, exposing all of them with the truth because ESPN did a lot of people dirty. So now it's being exposed, and it's also known that it's being said that, being that Stephen A. is the favorite of ESPN, he can't do no wrong. But when I saw Stephen A. Smith and ESPN workers crying to fans, asking for fans to petition YouTube. That's where they messed up at. Now, mind you, I'm down with YouTube. So that's just what it is. The truth is, YouTube have already proved it for the people. It's called a YouTube partnership. YouTube already won this war. Like I said, YouTube makes their percentages off everybody. Meaning everybody gets their fair cut. Everybody's happy. All they're trying to do now is work out the deal. So when you come to YouTube, you have everything. This is what I've been telling y'all. When they already know that certain people are going to pay, certain people not. It's set up, ESPN trying to have it set up with, YouTube trying to have it set up with, you got everything. Some of y'all don't want to pay for shit. YouTube is cable. Now you got cable and you got all your sports. And you're already on YouTube. Then you got YouTube, where you got YouTube you can download. You can take any content with you, no more commercials. In the palm of your hand, anywhere, any location. Other cable apps, you can't use them everywhere. My point is, YouTube know what it's doing. YouTube is really for the people. That's why it was called YouTube. It was for you. See what I'm saying? And guess what else happened? I'm going to tell you what happened. ESPN got put in a trap. I've been telling y'all about Pat McAfee. He blew up from YouTube. He was so hot on YouTube, ESPN wanted to cut. Now what happened is, Pat McAfee is in contract with ESPN, but he got most of his rights. When I told you, he's on national TV and he still got his channel. Now, the thing about Pat McAfee, he been trashing ESPN while he worked for them, trashing them. Because Pat McAfee has stand up for the people. He really with YouTube side. Pat McAfee and Stephen A. Smith got beef. Stephen A. Smith tried to turn the brothers against Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee is not a racist. But Stephen A. Smith and him fell out a couple years ago, but Pat McAfee got the biggest contract. When I've been telling y'all, Pat McAfee got the biggest contract. I told you Jalen Rose and a lot of people got fired to make way for Pat McAfee. And I also told you that Pat McAfee, he could do whatever he wants, say whatever he wants. I told you this 2 years ago. He was the first man cursing on national TV. Say whatever he wants, because that's how his deal was structured. And I showed you how Stephen A. Smith and them got to still be uptight wearing suits. They got to do certain things, and they were jealous. They were mad. It was true. Stephen A. been busting his ass, doing all this shit. Pat McAfee come out of nowhere. Top him and Shannonsharpe. It's a reason for a lot of this stuff. Meanwhile, Pat McAfee done proved to them, look, I got YouTube popping. I showed you the other day, this man got 72,000 in a live. Which really is happening is Pat McAfee is he been converting ESPN watchers to YouTubers. That's what he been doing. He been converting. Then you see, when Pat McAfee started working with ESPN, you see Stephen A. run a YouTube and start a channel. And I've been showing you this. Stephen A. working his ass off. Pat McAfee got all them dancing around. They trying to do this, they trying to do that. Meanwhile, I told you they losing their viewership. And on top of that now, Stephen A. is being dragged for being wrapped up with a dirty app, a dirty sports app. On top of the dirty sports app, Stephen A. allegedly down with, ESPN had to cancel the ESPN bet because they had their own betting site. So I told you, on top of that, the fans got their ass, they all up the NBA. Meaning they got their light all up on them. Spotlight on them. Jimjones went to court the other day. No, y'all, all this stuff being covered up because they also control media as well. No, the biggest thing is happening right now. It's a shakedown. So let's go. So why am I showing you ESPN? Because I want people to see it ain't just EBT. It's ESPN too. Everything getting shut down. That's what people better get through their head. It ain't just one thing. It's all connected. Stephen A. is the voice of who? When Stephen A. is on ESPN, when he covers sports anytime, any place, who is he talking to? Who is his main fan base? Who made Stephen A. smart? Who made Stephen A. Smith a star? All right, then. When you get that part, then you will see that somehow this is all connected. Somehow everybody's in some type of bad stuff. You might not know what it is, but it's not good. Nothing good is looking like it's coming out of it. Let's go. And I told you they made a lot of enemies. So, deal to end the shutdown emerges. As of yesterday, they've been trying to work it out. But when people understand, this is about the rich to the poor. This ain't about no one people. And this ain't about no one-side decision. It's about grown-ups talking about what has to be done while other grown-ups have to survive and do what they got to do. That's what this is about. All right? So, we shall be getting updates. I'm going to assume it's going to have to be lifted soon because Thanksgiving coming up. And people got to go Thanksgiving shopping, meaning that merchandise has to move. But if it doesn't get lifted, that means some people are going to have a cold Thanksgiving like when the Pilgrims was here before they ran into the Indians. It's going to be something like that. So, let's go. They already said all the pantries are empty. But don't worry, y'all. It ain't just the pantries. A lot of rich people pantry going to be empty too. That's all you got to know. Things are changing. So this is to show you when people didn't get what the new world order was, just new order things. After this new order, you're going to be in a new world. Things going to be different. That's all it is. All right. People that were in their comfort zones are now being shaken up. So like I said, ESPN was so comfortable, y'all. This is how they was playing them. This is how American public gets played. You're watching sports. You're listening to people talk about sports. You're sports betting. Meanwhile, everybody's connected. And you're the dumb one that's not supposed to never get it. See? Because what you didn't get, I told you this a million times. It's all in your face. All in your face. They know a lot of y'all, when you get older, you're going to be a big-ass kid. That's why Disney owns ESPN. Because Mickey Mouse controls the whole shit. And you the little kid that's going to still be influenced by Mickey Mouse. Disney on ESPN. It's where grown-ups go to watch sports, but not watch grown-up analytics. They go watch kiddie stuff. Instead of Mickey Mouse, they watch Stephen A. Smith perform. But it has nothing to do with sports. That's Disney. Give them a show. The first letter of ESPN is E for entertainment. Disney. Stephen A. Smith. That's what you watch ESPN for. All right? Nothing to do with sports. And y'all been buying it. That's why, guess who the most losers been? Guess who been losing the most money sports betting? Told you the shutdown is for a lot of reasons. You're not getting it, y'all. EBT shut down. Same exact time as a sports bet. Shakedown. I got another clue for you. You know, I always tell you BT is over. You know, I always tell you BT time is up. It's not a coincidence that says ESPN, BET. ESPN time is up and BET time is up. Huh? And it's not a coincidence. A lot of people going to prison for betting. It's not a coincidence. It's all in your face. Family. ESPN covers games on their channel, then had the nerve to be in a debate on how much they want to get paid off. They want to get paid off you watching them. They want to get paid off you betting with them. You get it? Meanwhile, what does that have to do with the fan? The average person that just want to see goddamn sports? Nothing. No, they got greedy. What's up, Pillsbury? Thank you very much. Pat McAfee speaks he speaks for the fans and YouTubers. Plus, Disney has too much power. They want control and says still kissing ass for his boss, and Disney needs a reset. Yeah. So that's why y'all always heard Stephen A. always say the bosses, because the bosses own his ass. No, Stephen A. is the spokesman for the whole company. Yes, he is. He is the watchdog for the whole company. That's right. ABC, everybody. He is the face. Yes, he is. But see now, right? See, there's a difference. Now, I'm going to show y'all this part right here, too. Thank you very much, Pillsbury. Always supporting the channel. Thank you very much. So let me show you right there. See, that's what people don't know. Stephen A. got paid for a lot of stuff. Everybody keeps saying Stephen A. got paid $100 million. He did get paid a lot of money. Now, my sports media people, you have to check this out. Pat McAfee get paid to stand there on his platform and do college for ESPN. Stephen A got to do a lot. He got to be the spokesman for the company. He got to do damage control. If something happened with the black community, he got to speak up on that. He got to do First Take. He also got to do NBA. He also been doing Monday night games for NFL. He does a lot. But you ain't looking about Stephen A. He might have got a lot of money, but he also works the hardest. You ain't noticing people get big deals for doing less. They don't got to do nothing. No, when I saw Stephen A, they got their workers crying out to the fans, saying fans petition YouTube. They trying to tell the fans that basically, like, we so brainwashed. We want ESPN. We love ESPN. YouTube, this ain't right. Work the deal out with ESPN. They think, what is wrong with them? I've been telling y'all they always going to get kicked off TV before Shannonsharpe. I've been telling y'all they all are finished because of their monopoly. See, Stephen A, you're going to get the blame for your monopoly of all of y'all recent hires as well. See? Also, like I said, ESPN has also been caught lying about views. Yes, that's how desperate they are. We're going to talk about it. This is the biggest cover-up now. All right? When I said before, sports media, every field, not just entertainment, not just rap, not just acting. Now we at the level of sports media, as well as what? Sports itself. That's where we at now. Let's go. Because Stephen A. Smith also has an arch enemy. And we're going to talk about why Molly stepped down. It's the reason why Molly stepped down. Guess what? Molly Karam saw all this stuff coming. She saw it all coming, y'all. You see how Molly was smart? I don't know if she got a tip off. Molly saw all of this coming, and she got away, which means she's going to have a nice job. ESPN's rival is praying for Stephen A. Smith's downfall over sports analyst's latest payday. So he got beef with this woman named Michelle Beadle. She used to be a face of ESPN, but she got fired. They got rid of a lot of people, and they got a lot of enemies. So all their enemies, all the people ESPN fired, all the ones exposing them. And she said outright she is praying on Stephen A. Smith's downfall. Yes. So when I told you it's the reason why Molly stepped down, it's the reason why. That's Molly's ex-co-worker. They all know. All ESPN ex-co-workers want their head. All right? Meanwhile, they all be getting checks. When I told you there's other platforms now. When I was talking about how all of these ex-sports players, you guys don't have to be YouTubers. You guys could have been getting big checks for other networks. But you guys went to low level. So a lot of ESPN ex-workers, meaning, okay, the ones that left ESPN years ago, they've been started their YouTube channel. I'm not talking about them. The people that were fired or left within the past year or two, a lot of them went to some of these new networks because FanDuel was giving out money. You know, DraftKings, all these different companies got their own platforms now, and they've been giving out money. So that's why I say a lot of them, they do real podcasts, meaning they got a podcast contract and they still have little TV contracts. So when I was telling y'all, your media is controlled. Your sources are already controlled. But on all platforms that you're not hip to are the new platforms with the new hip people down with. When people been got tired of ESPN, they've been looking for other networks. So what I'm telling you is, it's been campaigns against them on other networks. That's why you ain't been knowing about it. See, this is what I've been telling you about the rap game. All the real truth of exposure is on all apps and platforms where y'all don't be at. Everybody know that it's a prism system of you guys only get information. I'm talking about all people. You go to ESPN, if you go to a YouTuber, all you guys are considered obsolete. The new shit is all real truth, all real content, all real opinions that are not based on control. They on the new platforms. That's what's been going on. See, we might not know about it, but Stephen A know about it. He know all the people that been coming at them. And what they've been hoping is this shit don't touch YouTube. Get it? That's what's been happening. The same exact thing Jay-Z did to rap, same thing Stephen A been doing to sports media. The black manipulation control of Stephen A. That's what he been doing. All right? And I'm just telling you, my point is he got enemies, but he been able to keep it low. He also has beef with Pat McAfee. Yes, he does. All right, he does. Because I heard him up and down Carmelo. He be saying the white boy this and the white boy that. He was talking about LeBron James. You go on the white boy platform. So I know when Stephen A say that, what he be trying to say. He be trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? Michelle Beadle has reignited her feud with Stephen A. Smith and says she's preying on his downfall after the ESPN host signed a controversial sponsorship deal. Earlier in the week, Smith was named as a brand ambassador for Papaya, a mobile games company, ahead of the World Solitaire Championship in February. The deal comes 5 months after Smith was caught playing solitaire on his phone during the NBA Finals in June, which went viral on social media. Now, this was funny about this, because like I said, I be on it. So shout out to all the people that's on it. So when this happened to Stephen A, I don't know if a lot of y'all got it. He was in Indiana. He was supposed to be covering the NBA championship, but he got busted playing solitaire. Key word, he was in Indiana. Indiana is the home of Pat McAfee. That's what Pat McAfee cloud is at. So just so happened, the home of Pat McAfee, who Stephen A don't like, allegedly got beef with, Pat McAfee might be behind his ass getting caught doing this. Who knows? Now, Stephen A got caught playing his game. So to flip it, he got down with the company. Now, I'm going to say this too. Also, Stephen A could have staged this event because in the end, he wound up working for that company. So it's also ties to when I said with LeBron. For some reason, all of these guys are getting down with these apps. Y'all are not getting. Why the hell would I want to be the face of sports betting? I'm Stephen A. Smith. My job is to work for ESPN Talk Sports. The people come to me to hear about sports. Meanwhile, I'm promoting sports betting. Do you see where it's going at? It's called doing too much, y'all. He's doing too much. So, allegedly, y'all, he would the app. Let's go to it, y'all. This is the realness of the whole shit. This is what Michelle Beadle and them been talking about. This is the whole concept of the app. They say Stephen A worked for these people now. He took a check after they got exposed for using bots to cheat people in solitaire. So you're playing solitaire for money, getting cheated because you're playing against bots. So they say after these people allegedly got busted, long story short, after all of that, Stephen A becomes the face after that. Then it is being said that Stephen A started putting on his co-workers to help promote the app. And his co-workers was promoting the app on their website, on their pages in support of Stephen A. Smith. Come to find out that app people are dirty. So a lot of people got wrapped up in Stephen A. dirt because of this app. When I also said, didn't I tell you, a lot of companies are paying these faces, mainly these black faces are getting paid for other companies. I told you that was exposed to Gilbert Arenas. I don't think that's shannonsharpe platform neither. A lot of them are the face of other companies. How you will know? You will see when they work these platforms, they look like they're working. Real YouTubers, real independent YouTubers is a certain way they work. You will clearly see Stephen A works his ass off. He got to get up in the morning, do TV. He's doing YouTube on his own network. He got to do sports bet, all this promotion shit. He working too hard, you ask me. God damn it, Stephen A. They made you the human George Jefferson of goddamn sports, bro. That's who you are, bro. You getting trolled, Stephen A. You getting trolled, bro. You are literally now the George Jefferson of entertainment. That's who you are, bro. You might as well do the walk when you walking through the ESPN hallway, bro. You might as well do the George Jefferson swag. No, I think that's the prank. You George Jefferson of the whole shit now. No, it's for real, bro. It's for real. What's up, Fatima? What's up, QB? Good morning, everybody, on this Monday. On some real talk, y'all. I think they're trying to tell us he the goddamn George Jefferson of our day because he working his ass off, moving on up. He moved on up. Get it? He moved on up that ladder. But at the same time, he ain't winning. He ain't winning because he working the hardest. No, you know what they did? They paid Stephen A. $100 million because they gave him 3 people's salary and he gonna work like he 3 people. You think I'm playing? He gonna do sports bets. He gonna do First Take. He gonna do Monday Night Football. He gonna do NBA basketball. No, he working like 4 people. Know what the joke is? Stephen A. said he was West Indian. So that's why they say, Stephen A., you can have a lot of jobs. And that's what he gonna do. He got a lot of jobs. What y'all not getting is Stephen A. is the hardest worker in entertainment, period. They also use him as a national spokesman. They got Stephen A. speaking up for ESPN. He's speaking up for the bosses. Meanwhile, the funniest shit is Pat McAfee is trashing the bosses as he worked for them. Pat McAfee working for ESPN right now saying the bosses ain't shit. I say, yo, man, I don't know what's going on, but Stephen A., you got problems, bro. Let's go. So you see right here, the deal came after Stephen A. Smith got caught. So he got caught in Indiana and found a way to get a check off it. I think you got set up, Stephen A. This is what Michelle Beadle says. It's gross, man. You got to have principles in this thing. Beadle continued. ESPN pays him gazillion dollars to get a lot of stuff wrong and yell. Bingo. When I've been told people, before sports bet became popular, I had a joke with my peoples, right? Because I've been betting. I said, you want to win? Always bet against Stephen A. That's how I won a lot of championship games betting. I won a lot of shit betting because I went against him. To the point where I started thinking, way before they even had sports betting, I started thinking, yo, is Stephen A. paid to make people fail? Because I always know, you go against Stephen A., you're going to win. And I always knew that. Championship, playoff, that was my whole always, y'all. Always. Because I looked at it like, whoever Stephen A. go for, that's bad luck for them, and I'm going to go against him. And that's how I always won. So, I'm not playing with you. She telling you right here, all Stephen A. get paid to do is give you, look, right here, and it's not, that's what everybody been saying. Check it out. ESPN pay him a gazillion dollars to get a lot of stuff wrong. Now, is it on purpose? And to yell, meaning talking about nothing. People watch ESPN to get their sports information, and you get nothing. He gets caught playing solitaire during the NBA freaking finals. All right? The thing is, he's an expert in. See, they telling you is, he's an expert in this. That's about it. But he got caught playing that, gets a check, saying he gets all this money from ESPN. You watch ESPN, he's not going to give you nothing but wrong analytics, yelling. To prove he's not into sports like that, he's getting caught playing solitaire. They trying to say Stephen A. is a joke. So you're also going to see, you see all this stuff coming out, you're going to see, you wouldn't even know this shit coming out. Because it's being controlled. Meaning Stephen A. know exactly what's going on. Not just, he addressed Jason Whitlock on YouTube. Jason Whitlock is one of the main reasons why Stephen A. Smith started his channel. Because Jason Whitlock was dragging, exposing his ass. So he tried to perpetrate for me and others like he's fighting against Jason Whitlock, but the whole clue is Stephen A. got a lot of people against him. They just not on YouTube. So I told you, in your world, they look at it like this. Shit. As long as we on YouTube, if we can control the YouTube narrative, we control the narrative. That's how they all look at it. Him, Jay-Z, and everybody else of power in the black community. If we can control the narrative, we control this shit. Meanwhile, none of their narratives are the full truth because all the real truth on them is on all other platforms. All right? Now, let me get into the real other platforms to show you. Other stuff going on. All right? Other deals. So look, this is why a lot of you big YouTubers became big, had no concept. Y'all could have got deals. Being that y'all didn't get a lot of these internet deals, when these corporation people got fired, they took the internet deal jobs. The internet jobs especially in sports, were really supposed to be for YouTubers graduating after you got 250,000 views and 250,000 subs and 1,000,000 subs. You know, once you're in the bracket of 100,000 views, you are good enough to be on a show and generate more views. You're qualified, guys. This is what I've been trying to tell y'all. Y'all didn't understand the algorithm, man. All these deals are based on algorithm. When YouTube and them seeing these new numbers every month, these views, Google, YouTube saying these numbers for us, ESPN saying these are numbers. It's all about numbers, y'all. So a lot of y'all never understood the power of these numbers. You had the power in your hand. Some of y'all had the power to be your own corporation. Once you got 1,000,000 subs, you got 500,000 subs. What's wrong with you? Y'all didn't know what to do. Y'all didn't know what to do. Y'all didn't know what to do. You just didn't, man. God damn it! If y'all were just not focused on views, you got 1,000,000 subs. Now turn 1,000,000 subs into 1,000,000 subscribers. You got $1 million. You make $1 million off subscribers every month, guys. You're making 10 million off subscribers every year, just doing nothing. But y'all was focused on views. Now a lot of your views fake, and y'all had the power in your hand. That's why I say it's no more crying no more. It's no more crying no more. People had chances to free themselves and go to high levels because it was a fair game. This shit, I told y'all, the internet made everything fair game. It's the truth, guys. It's the honest to God truth. Now you had some people abusing the internet. You had some people playing on it. You had some people doing a whole bunch of nonsense, but you had people focused and getting to it, making the most money they ever made in their life overnight throughout their whole ever. You had people that were they failed at a lot of shit in corporate world and got it right on here. He's just the honest God truth. So I know what's happening. Everybody now is starting to catch up, but it's already late. When Stephen A. and all these corporations try to come on the internet, they were already late. Me and the internet nerds been on here. You get what I'm trying to tell you? Meaning, I know it's people that have been doing miraculous things on this online that I have not been able to do for many reasons. Time is the main thing. But I know what people did on this internet. People became rich on here. Regular Joe Blows, regular civilians, man, became rich on here. That's really what stopped the respect of corporate. Meaning, once these companies like YouTube start meaning YouTube knows the truth, y'all. You know what YouTube know? They've been knowing this shit. Okay, you're Stephen A on TV. But Stephen A on YouTube, we got a bunch of you. Stephen A on YouTube, we got YouTubers that make more money than you on YouTube. They're bigger than you. And they never been on TV, ABC, Disney. See, YouTube knows. That's why I say YouTube cocky now. They standing up to Disney because they know we get views. We got viewership. We got people that's going to watch. That's what's going on now. So what happened is these corporations didn't get it. What's up, QB? See, they was big-headed. What happened is this, y'all. Disney thought they had people in a frenzy. To be honest with you, I think Disney thought they had a certain mind control over people since the Mickey Mouse days. And they thought forever people was going to be trapped in their world and don't want to grow up. You know what I'm saying? When they started bringing out these comic book movies, I never subscribed to Disney Plus, y'all. Never. And the point is, what's really going on is Google going up against Disney type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But YouTube, then I always tell you they for the people, YouTube knows, Stephen A., we got YouTubers just as big as you. You see what I'm saying? It's the truth. So that's why I say YouTube ain't bowing down. And the proof of it is Pat McAfee. He started on YouTube. Now he's the biggest thing on TV and getting the most money. Get it? Doing nothing. When I always said he does his national TV show as a YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? He don't do nothing but be a YouTuber. And he's proved to them that I get money off of my influence and what I bring to the table. And I don't got to spend all that money. So what I'm saying is this. Being that Stephen A. is getting shaken up now. Told you got people on his heels. Michelle Beadle, ex-worker, knows him very well. He's only scared of the people that know him very well. Get it? His ex-co-workers. So she said what he did is disgusting. He getting paid off this. He monopolizing. But they saying he got other people caught up in his ish. Let's go. Why? Because it is being said that Stephen A got a lot of his friends to help promote the app, but the app was already accused of cheating people by using bots. So the people that control the app were considered to be dirty already. Get it? Meaning a company Stephen A had no business dealing with. Also, this said being that ESPN, look, ESPN, they don't have ESPN Bet no more, y'all. Meaning they with DraftKings now. They don't have this no more. They got canceled. They was doing a lot. So this is what happened. Stephen A was promoting ESPN Bet. They got canceled. Stephen A got caught playing solitaire. So he started working for them. Get it? Now, this is the woman that replaced Molly. And the truth is, Stephen A, Molly was the magic to First Take. And I never thought I would say that. It was a time Molly got on my nerves. But then it was a time when I started to like Molly, like she cool, meaning she cooler than them. She actually keeps the show balanced. And I think Molly saw all this stuff coming. But this is the new, she got Molly's spot and her name's Shay. Other than that, y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. To tell you the truth, First Take is totally trash. I tried to see what it is. That Cam Newton shit, Ryan, no, sorry. They're finished. Because remember, Stephen A, you're going to get the blame for picking everybody. And I'm going to tell you this too, Stephen A. When you got rid of Max, that was the start of your ending, bro. If you really pay attention, First Take has been scrambling ever since Max by replacing Max with celebrity faces. Shannonsharpe, Michael Irvin. But you'll see, when he had Max, natural opposition, natural diversity. See that? And that's when it was good. See? I want to show you, Stephen A. You made all the calls. You made all the shots. The two main ingredients to your show is gone. Like I told y'all, you can try to sell me some shit, but once the ingredients gone, it's not the same. No Molly, get it? No Max, no Skip Bayless. That ain't First Take no more. If you were smart, you'll change the name. Told you, you got used to buying the same name with different ingredients, y'all. That's been going on in America for a minute. Oh, yeah, I got a laugh for y'all, too. I got something good for y'all today. Did y'all see that video of that woman that fell through the floor ordering her fast food? I didn't get to see that. It shit had me crying, and that shit is hilarious. I've never in my life seen nobody big fall through a floor while they're ordering their fast food. I've never saw that. Man, let's go. This is First Take now. This when it was perfect, diverse. But guess what? I remember this. When Terrell Owens said that Max Kellum was more black than Stephen A. Smith, he didn't like that. Why? Max Kellum was raised on hip-hop. He used to rap on top of that. He loves hip-hop, meaning he's organic. He's not a fake hip-hop fan. He don't front. He don't perpetrate. Max is who he was. Max had his own people, his own following, meaning everybody that's not with Stephen A. like Max, because Max is the opposition. Y'all don't get what First Take, what made it real was the real opposition, dummy. That's why I always rock with Skip Bayless. Y'all never made me don't like Skip. Skip is cool because Skip gonna tell his real opinion. I respect real opinions. So it was real opposition. Once it became controlled opposition, it became a show, corny. So Stephen A., you're going to see ever since you got rid of Max, that show been scrambling. And everybody you had on been corny as hell. Just about. Meaning, anybody that came on First Take, Stephen A., that didn't give you real opposition, that's what made it corny. Sorry. So, Stephen A. Smith was mad when they say that Max Kellum was more black than him, and he was mad because he couldn't control Max. Max would challenge him, and that wasn't good for Stephen A. on TV and the brothers. So Max had to go. Get it? Molly had to deal with it. That's why after a while, Molly just left. So now it's just you and the brothers now, Stephen A. Now, being that Stephen A. co-signed this dirty act, he put his friends onto it because he controls First Take. ESPN star Mina Kimes deeply embarrassed after promoting solitaire app. Now, guess what? Mina Grimes is cool. She also is one of their top women. They also just gave her a bag. It is being said that's not Molly was jealous, but they pay her more than Molly because she is the Asian face. So it's a reason why ESPN paid her, because she's the Asian face. But she does know her sports and she cool. I like her too. She's cool. But Stephen A makes sure he uses all of them on First Take for views because he has to. Meanwhile, she has her own fan base. She got her own thing, had her own show. Now, guess what? Stephen A got her wrapped up in this dirty ass app because he had her promoting it. ESPN star Mina Kimes deeply embarrassed after promoting Solitaire app. Thanks to Stephen A. Stephen A, when you set up your co-workers with a dirty app, did you say if I'm dirty, everybody gonna be dirty? There's a lot going on. It's too much going on, y'all. It's a lot going on. ESPN NFL analyst Mina Kimes spoke out publicly about the shame she felt for promoting a solitaire app that her colleague Stephen A. Smith recently partnered with. Smith became the face of Solitaire Cash after he was caught playing the card game on his phone during the NBA Finals between the Oklahoma City Thunder and Indiana Pacers. Now, let me get to this. This also was taken as a high form of disrespect to Indiana. Disrespect. You're supposed to be here covering the game. You're supposed to be here with us. Oh, since we in it, since Indiana and Stephen A, you ain't got no love for us, huh? So Indiana took this as disrespect. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Pat McAfee is from Indiana. If he's not from there, I know he represents them. Right as of now, he represents the face of them. He is Indiana. I know that much. And I don't know if Pat McAfee people's caught Stephen A slipping or Stephen A Smith put the publicity stunt on himself because he already knew he was going to be the face of it. Either way, y'all, it's not good for Stephen A. Either way, because now he got her in trouble. He got her in trouble, y'all. She was squeaky clean. Now she's in trouble. See, she had to admit, I'm embarrassed. She had to do this to get away from it. I didn't know. I didn't know it was dirty. I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed of myself. She did the right thing. Get away from that stuff. So you see, right? Now look what else. Stephen A. Smith also gave the app to Dan Orlowski, Kendrick Perkins. They were also seen giving the app some time on their accounts. So he got his friends promoting the app. Kendrick Perkins promoting the app. A dirty app. Meanwhile, they getting smoked now. So let's go. Now, Stephen A. handpicks everybody, right? I showed you Monica McNutt. She got dragged for getting Barry Sanders' name wrong. She got Barry Sanders, the greatest running back of all time, mixed up with Shedeur Sanders. And people got mad at that, saying, get off TV. ESPN, what the hell is going on? You guys are a joke. You guys are a damn joke. You can't even get Barry Sanders right no more. But y'all talking about y'all sports analyst. She got a sports degree, and y'all supposed to represent sports. So I told y'all it's a lot of things. Then you got to still put in there. Shannonsharpe got a lawsuit. When Shannonsharpe got a lawsuit, what platform was he on? When Shannonsharpe got accused and made a payout, when Shannonsharpe got accused of the most dirtiest thing in his life, who was his friend at that time? And what platform was he on and who did he work for? Are you getting it? Told you it's all together. A lot of y'all thought everything was separate. No, it's all together. It's a big crash in your face. You look at everything they did wrong as a strike. Strike one, strike two. Now they got this long list. Stephen A, your picks, the co-workers you pick have been failing. Are you getting it, Stephen A? On your watch. Molly stepped down on your watch. See that? What else, Stephen A? You've been employing all the brothers. But guess what, Stephen A? You've been moving like a gangbanger. Know why? You just been down with the brothers. And you've been calling Pat McAfee that white boy. You've been set tripping. You've been race tripping. You went on Carmelo Anthony platform on YouTube, a show for the brothers, and you went on there talking about how LeBron was talking about you on that white boy platform. You've been gang banging. I told you a lot of y'all bros been gang banging, which y'all don't get. Now, y'all are going to witness the example when they're trying to show all of you Your brotherhood connections are not going to help you no more. So you're going to do a call for the brothers, but it's not going to be nothing they're going to do. You guys are being dismantled just like the Bloods and the Crips, because it's being said that you guys been using your brotherhood for monopoly, but you guys have not been fair, and you have cut everybody else's throat, for the brothers. So now they're showing you and the brothers about to get your ass whipped. That's what's going down, y'all. That's what's happening. Told you it's a lot of payback. Because y'all forget Colin Kaepernick was the capper, and he got everybody to take a knee. They started gang banging, y'all. So, like I said, y'all guys are being destroyed on every other platform and exposed. Now, I've been telling you about LeBron being the face of sports betting since last year. And you've seen everybody in black sports media were but now it's all exposed. LeBron has not returned yet. Everybody knows he's down with DraftKings. He's the face. Everybody know that a lot of shit is just not right. Damon Jones, his friend, is going to prison. Chauncey Billups wears his shirts. Meanwhile, he's with dirty sports betting, and Kevin Hart's career is over sports betting. Meanwhile, I told you they're being exposed by everybody else that knows the truth. Everybody that believes in that network, believes in those guys, they are all lost. Meanwhile, I told you this is the biggest exposure, and nobody is playing with none of them. All right? It's just what it is, y'all. It's just what it is. See? This what they think about Stephen A. This is what Stephen A is doing. Huh? So when you understand that Stephen A got a lot of money, Stephen A got to do a lot of working. Stephen A don't own himself no more. Stephen A might only get to sleep 5 times this year because he's gonna work his ass off. You know, you do commercials, you got to do take, action, cut. That's work. He got to do a lot. Then he got to do the commercial. Then he promoting it. He got his friends promoting it. Now they getting in trouble. Meanwhile, they on their ass. Why? Everybody is for the people. It is being said that Disney, ESPN got greedy, and they were ready to they trying to make it like that. I want to use the right words, but I want to say it like this, and it's a disclaimer. They trying to make it like the truth is Disney and ESPN thought they was going to extort people, extort the fans, meaning we're going to control a lot of stuff. We're going to go up on prices how we feel like it, and you're going to pay for it. That's what they thought. But it ain't panning out like that because they being challenged now. All right, now let me show you what else. Being exposed. I told you, it is major content creators on YouTube now. Everything is serious. You got regular content creators covering shit, averaging 100,000, exposing truth. Everybody outside that umbrella of control media is now the new YouTubers. So I'm telling you what it is now. You got your favorite. It doesn't matter. We got the people we subscribe to. All new YouTubers, most of them that are being established, are establishing themselves of telling the truth and exposing and fighting for the American public to give them real information so they will not be stupid and get robbed when they sports bet. To make it clear for you, Stephen A has a YouTube channel. But this guy you're looking at, you don't know who he is? He has more views than Stephen A on YouTube. And he's the one exposing this. I give people their credit. You're going to notice about me. If I watch somebody, I will always show you proof. I'm going to show you, or I will mention a name. I'm not the one to watch people and act like I'm the one that break. No. Monday Night Football, ESPN got caught lying. Lying about views. Lying about views. 16.2 million viewers. The second highest Monday Night Football audience since 2011. Monday Night Football to date, 15.2 million viewers. Pre-game, second best start to the Monday Night Football season in 20 years. Up 6%. So what you're looking at is, after being that ESPN was in a beef with YouTube, right? They in this beef. They trying to make it like they still getting their viewership. Because what happened last week? YouTube cut ESPN off. YouTube TV don't carry ESPN no more, and Disney don't carry ESPN. That's what happened. YouTube TV dropped their ass. So, to prove a point, ESPN tried to make it like, even though YouTube dropped them, they got the highest views of ever last week without them. They straight. They don't need YouTube. But it's being said they got exposed for pulling a stunt. This is lies. All right? This is how deep it is. So if you don't get it, this is to show you how far it's going. They making up views. Meanwhile, they caught up in a lot of shit. Online sports betting deal between Penn Entertainment and ESPN. 1.5 billion cash payments to ESPN over a 10-year term. Barstool Sportsbook rebrand. Penn devised it, Barstool Supportney. Launch of ESPN Bet. So this is the deal ESPN had with ESPN Bet. They had it where they were supposed to get 1.5 billion off the rip in 10 years, guaranteed money. So fans, you don't got to keep asking if all these things are rigged. All you have to know is it is more about the money than your favorite team. ESPN, see, this is what I'm trying to tell you. They had it already laid out. We get 1.5 billion just for promoting the app on our network, which is free money. And that's what they were doing. But guess whose face they put it on? Stephen A. Smith. I never signed up with ESPN Bet because I knew what time it was when they first started. I started with FanDuel, and that's why I stayed with. Because they was one of the first. And you're going to see FanDuel ain't in none of this shit. Nope. But DraftKings, they got dirty faces. DraftKings ain't looking too good. They also say ESPN down with DraftKings now. All right, so that's on whoever want to go there. But you see this? It was all. So if everybody was talking about shit rigged, here's your proof. I'm not saying it's rigged, but you got the proof it was always about the money. How the hell? When I've been noticing it because I was betting a couple years ago. I'm like, I watch ESPN, they're not giving me no analytics. So I've been learning. You know what I learned? This is the truth, y'all. I have to watch people like this to get real sports analytics. Meaning, I got to watch people that's not in the loop of these people. ESPN, Stephen A. Smith, Shannonsharpe. I got to watch nobodies to get honest opinions. Or I got to get people that's not favorite, people that's not famous. When I said I watch all people and listen to all when I get my judgment. When I said everything in this world is controlled, I'm not no different from nobody. I just know how to deal with everything. Media mean all platforms, not just one or two. So therefore, in the end, we all got to make our own opinion, right? So when facts are presented, you make your own opinion. If you know ESPN was going to make 1.5 billion doing nothing, but what? They watch First Take, entertain, Stephen A. Whatever you do, don't break down no sports. Make sure you always talk about storylines. Make sure you talk about every team that's not winning. Nigga, make sure you talk about the Cowboys and whoever else. You just don't never break down that game last night. Don't never tell them who really winning. Don't never really tell them who got the best quarterback. And don't tell them who the trash for real. Don't tell them who not to bet on. Meaning, don't expose the real trash teams. Always big up Patrick Mahomes. Always big up. You get it? That's their job, y'all. So I started noticing I was getting played a couple years ago when I'm watching, but I'm not getting none out of it. I'm like, yo, I actually watched this shit to see about the game last night. And you motherfuckers ain't say nothing about the game last night. And if you did, it was some other shit. I started noticing, no, you're getting played, bro. They playing you. And when I get played, that's when I stop. And after that, I start exposing. So y'all remember, I've been telling you, yo, they all getting kicked off TV. I told you that 2 years ago. Because I said, I realized, man, they just BSing. They just putting on a show. That shit ain't got nothing to do with sports. Then I realized ESPN means entertainment first. And that's what you're going to get. It has nothing to do with sports first. You're going to get a lot of entertainment, and then you're going to leave. Your sports IQ is not going to get lifted by ESPN at all. You know what I'm saying? So I told you, I'm a real sports person. I like sports analytics. I always listen to sports radio and sports underground people first. All right, so let's go. Now, let me show you the beef with Stephen A. Stephen A has beef with a lot of people. Michelle Beadle exposing him, right? ESPN, one of ESPN ex-favorites. ESPN also fired some of their favorites because it was time to pay them, and they didn't want to pay. All right? Stephen A got a big bag because ESPN fired about 5 of their workers. Get it? Now, this is the thing. He has beef with Pat McAfee. Y'all know that part. Pat McAfee got beef with, right? Okay. He calls him the white boy. And every chance Pat McAfee get, he put somebody black on the platform. Or he trashed the bosses. Stephen A love the bosses. That guy, Pat, trashes the bosses. I've never seen a man trash the company as he works for them. I never saw that shit. But that means freedom. LeBron James addresses Stephen A. Why? Y'all know Stephen A. Smith and LeBron got beef. But when LeBron decided to address Stephen A., he went to Pat McAfee platform. So this is the thing y'all didn't get. Stephen A. is the favorite of ESPN. Pat McAfee works for ESPN. He let LeBron come on there and diss Stephen A. on ESPN. Stephen A. didn't like that, but it was nothing he could do about it. So that's why Stephen A. got real issues. All right? LeBron James addresses the spat with Steve. When I also told you, y'all didn't get yet, all you so-called LeBron James fans, and the sad part about all you black ex-NBA players that love LeBron, he has never sat on your platform yet. LeBron has never gave none of you black podcasters that claim you his friend, he didn't even give you a live nothing yet. Meanwhile, when he wanted to talk, he went on Pat McAfee. I'm not making it about race. I'm showing y'all what LeBron James think about y'all. So as you see, when LeBron James wanted to trash him, guess what happened? Stephen A. pulled the black card. What did he say? He tried to say LeBron James went on a white boy platform and dissed him. Like that was a violation. Get it? The black and white game. Even though, guess what? LeBron and Stephen A. was playing a black and white game. That's what they was doing. And Pat McAfee said, hey, whatever. That's what happened. All right? If you guys want to diss each other, hey, I don't care. I'm going to get the ratings too. Stephen A. Smith sends strong message to Pat McAfee after LeBron James interview. So can you now see the beef? Can you now see how real it is? When I saw it when it all first happened, when I saw Pat McAfee before he went to ESPN, then I saw when he first went on there and he was appearing on First Take every week. And I used to see how Shannonsharpe and them didn't like that shit. And I saw how Shannonsharpe and Stephen A. was jealous. I saw it when it first happened. Because at that time, he was the man getting paid more than all of them. And they didn't get their contracts yet. And the main thing they was mad at, he can dress as he want, and he was able to say what he want, curse, or whatever. Stephen A. couldn't do that, and he didn't get his contract. So you see the beef, right? That's why Pat McAfee let LeBron come on. So y'all know how y'all play internet games. What they say? An enemy of my enemy is a friend of mine. So Stephen A. is Pat enemy, he LeBron enemy. Stephen A. enemies got together on the platform that pays him. You get it? Stephen A. was getting dissed on the same platform that pays his check. Are you getting this? That's what happened to him. And then guess what? Nothing he can say or do about it. Because this your proof now. It's all about the money, y'all. It's all about the money. What y'all not getting? I want y'all to get this clear when I told y'all about this new world we in. I just gave y'all the clues when I first started this episode. We not in the old days, y'all. Look how long it took Stephen A. Smith to get where he at. Then ask me how did Pat McAfee, that was a kicker, pass him this fast. Pat McAfee is the example of what been happening, y'all. When I said as many people got rich online fast. So fast, by the time these corporations understood it was already too late. When I said YouTube already know their power. YouTube already knows the power of Pat McAfee. Huh? I'm telling y'all, so much shit been going on. I keep my eye in tune with everything. I just dumb down for the ignorance. But I'm here to tell y'all, I'm not really dumbing down with that ignorance too much because that stuff played out now, y'all. So I'm gonna keep you up there with everything. But I told you this the real shit. When they told you to follow the money, that's the real movement of entertainment. Entertainment moves the money bags. I get entertained by the entertainment and the money bags. All right? The contracts. So this when it started. But you see Stephen A. threatened him, right? Stephen A. Smith sends strong message to Pat McAfee. He addresses Pat McAfee as the white boy. All right? Meanwhile, they had them working together at first. That's why you'll see since Pat McAfee, Stephen A. tried to step his cool up. He tried to step his cool up. Yes, he did. But see, another thing is Stephen A. was always branded on the suit, the old school style. When you come on my show, wear a suit. So even when Pat McAfee first came on, they tried to make him wear a suit too. But I don't think Pat McAfee liked that suit stuff. See? When he first coming on, they're making him wear a suit. Now, you don't believe me? Look at the face of Shannonsharpe. Do you see the face of a hater? All right, told you I'm going to give you the proof, y'all. I watched all this in real time. When Pat McAfee got that deal, and they started letting him feature on First Take, meaning you're going to be promoted. Don't worry, Pat, you're going to be promoted on First Take every week. That's right. We're going to give you a slot with Shannon and Stephen A. It was nothing they're going to say or do about it. And Stephen A. tried to make him put on a dress coat. Now, when you come on First Take, you got to be dressed up. Try to make that man lame his style out because they was mad. He got all that money wearing a goddamn tank top, doing nothing. You know what it was? Just like Steve. No, I respect Pat McAfee because he did what I do. He proved to them that you can win being yourself. Y'all Hollywood guys, y'all corporate. I'm going to win doing nothing. I'm going to win being myself. That was the whole game. They didn't understand. See, Pat McAfee's he's a real internet guy. I'm a real internet people know. It's us against Hollywood, dummies. It's us against the industry, meaning they the ones with all the help. They the ones with all the backing. They the ones with all the money. They the ones with all the built-in fans. Hey guys, you network. Y'all got fans. Y'all done rayj for 20 years now. Y'all got fans. Y'all had for 30 years, 10 years. I didn't have no fans. Everything I do organic. Everything some of us do organic. Us against y'all. You're not my friend. You're not going to help me. Your job is to take everything I got. So like I said, I know what's up. So when Pat McAfee was winning on YouTube, the truth of it all is, which I already knew, ESPN been crashing. That's why they had to pay Pat McAfee and fire or fire Jalen Rose and fire a lot of co-workers because they wasn't winning. They were crashing. Because in the pandemic, the pendulum switched. What's up, AI? During the pandemic, the internet won the battle. And the internet gained all the power. When I told you everything went to the internet and these apps, so corporation lost power. That's why CBS had to regain their power. Peacock, ABC had to regain their power. Hulu, get it? They had lost power. That's what happened, y'all. So you see Pat McAfee, right? Do you see Shannonsharpe hating? Shannonsharpe knew Pat McAfee was coming to replace his ass eventually. You see that fucking steam coming off Shannon? Told you one thing about a hater, y'all. They never can hide it. You see Shannon's eyes looking at that screen, and you see his mouth poked out. He was bitter. Little did Shannonsharpe know. About a year later, his ass will be gone. But I told y'all everything that was going to happen from day one. But I say shout out to everybody that's covering this now and everybody that's keeping it up to date. Everything that's happening, I've been telling y'all because I watched it in real time like a lot of people. All right? We watched the monkey show, y'all. We watched the monkeys try to get it together, but they couldn't get it. I'm just going to be honest with you, man. Stephen A. Smith is working on a future without ESPN. Why? When they saw Pat McAfee win from YouTube, you're going to see all of them ran to YouTube to try to get them a deal and win. So Stephen A. started his YouTube channel after that. But guess what? Stephen A. Smith, he has now overworked himself. What does it profit a man to get $100 million, but he got to work his ass off for 10 years straight in a deal? See, it's a difference when you get 100 million, y'all, but you don't got to do a lot. I get 100 million. All I do is stand up for 2 hours, 3 hours, sit down sometime, take off. I got my Sundays off. I got my vacations. And that's my life. I don't do all that other shit. Stephen A. got to do a whole lot, y'all. No, Stephen A. is the George Jefferson of sports media. Yes, he is. Yes, he just is. Now, what am I showing you? Do you see the biggest cover-up? Can I now show you how your media is controlled? Deion Sanders has been losing all year. Did you hear about it? I'm the one that told you Deion Sanders' ass gonna get fired. Did you hear about it? I'm the one that told you Shedeur Sanders is going to be in NFL prison. The Cleveland Browns. He ain't going to win. He ain't going to play. Did you hear about it? All right, then. Told you this year was going to be the big exposure, but at the same time, the biggest cover-up. But the whole world knows it's just that Deion. You see the guys you control, Deion? You see your friends, Stephen A. getting smoked? Deion, let me show you your two friends. The friends that helped you build up your glory of Shedeur and Deion, the brothers. Let me show you your brothers now, Deion. You're all losing together. It's not a coincidence. Deion, you're losing. Shannon, you're losing. Stephen, you're losing. It's not a coincidence. You guys stick together, you're going to sink together. The people got tired of you guys monopolizing media, taking up for your friends, not bigging up nobody else, co-signing losers, not speaking about winners, keeping everything racial, not keeping the same energy. And, haha, brother, I like that suit. I like that suit, my brother. You sharp today. Hey, Stephen, hey, man, hey, man. They got tired of y'all shit. And that's all it is. All right? When you click on Pat McAfee, he jumped right into the sports. We're about sports, guys, not you. You guys were hired during a certain era to entertain. Entertainment is ESPN. ESPN is entertainment first, then sports. We like sports first, mixed with entertainment. All right? Now, Deion Sanders' ass about to be fired, like I said. This whole year, I told you, was the year of failure. Deion Sanders' Colorado Buffaloes eliminated from the bowl contention amid loss. They not making no bowl games. So for those who don't know sports, they not making the college playoffs or the college championships. Flopped out bad. Because what they didn't want to tell you, what me and others already know, the only reason why they got all that clout was because of Travis Hunter. He got drafted first round, but they wanted me to focus on his loser son named Shedeur. They wanted to lie to me and tell me he was top 5 in a first round pick. He got drafted 5th. His ass been on that bench, and he's in NFL penitentiary, like I said. Why? Deion thought he was going to manipulate the game. He said, ain't no way in hell my son going to the Browns. That's what y'all don't get. He said, ain't no way in hell my son going to no damn Cleveland Browns. He said that before the draft, and he shot himself in the foot. He ruined it for his son. Okay, Deion, your son ain't going to the Browns. Guess what? His ass ain't going to get drafted. So after we make you feel like he ain't going to get drafted now, guess what, Deion? He going to the Browns. They said Deion thought his son was going to go where he wanted, and they said eventually Deion thought he was going to be a coach in the NFL. But when you a loser in college, kiss that NFL shit goodbye, Deion. You will not be coaching in NFL, and your son going to be fired. That's what's going to happen. Only reason why I'm speaking about it, I told these idiots 2 years ago, Coach Prime was a fraud. He turned into a coach to get the money. Before that, he was working on NFL Network. He turned into a coach to get money. He had a nice gimmick, and he did it. When it was all said and done, his son, Shedeur Sanders, got him $50 million. That's for Shedeur and Travis. Deion finessed the young boys to build his clout back and get a deal with Nike back and all this other shit. He got paid. Meanwhile, his son is on a bench. His son is humiliated, and his son did not benefit from none of it. That's the honest to God truth. All right? So you see, Deion Sanders, Colorado Buffaloes eliminated. Now you wait till he got fired. Huh? So like me and others know, A lot of this is revenge. It's called payback. Shout out to everybody that's up. NBA gambling arrests are all part of the president's revenge agenda. That's what Stephen A. Smith said. He's coming. Now, for those who don't know, Stephen A. Smith said this last month. It's a lot of revenge. Why? You forgot the NBA was behind a lot of movements. I'll say a lot of this, it has nothing to do with what we know or what we think. Anybody that regime and that man knows conspired against them behind the scenes, this is the biggest conspiracy. This is why a lot of them, this is why they're really in trouble, right? They're in trouble for trying to steer millions of people against them. Anybody that tried to purposely antagonize, promote, and push going against 47. Anybody that took honor in it, proud of it. Anybody that was behind it, with it, of turning, not let, this the whole this is why they're in trouble. You didn't let the people have their original opinion. You guys were promoting a behavior to go against people. That's what y'all not getting. See, if it was just all natural, that's one thing. They watched people campaign against him and a lot of stuff for years. They saw a lot of y'all laughing at pictures in Atlanta. They know part of the NBA network is in Atlanta. When Shaquille O'Neal, Charlesbarkley worked for TNT, and TNT is in Atlanta, now you're going to see they don't work in Atlanta no more. Atlanta, you're being charged with a lot because all black movements came from Atlanta. Atlanta is considered to be the home of the rebellious blacks, Black Hollywood. The home of the rebellious whites is California. The home of the rebellious blacks is Atlanta. You are the two groups that came together to form all of the anti-movements. This is why y'all are going to get the most hell, aka payback. Atlanta, the home of the black colleges, the home of black organization, the home of the blackness. Remember? Colin Kaepernick taking a knee. That was you guys. Remember? That's what all this is about, part of it. So like I said, those who shut up and just mind their business, they had nothing to do with it. Those who were campaigning, talking shit, they the ones going to get smoked. A lot of people under the NBA were talking shit. Get it? They would see, this is what they don't get. Talking junk is one thing. They were talking shit, gambling. They were talking shit, dealing with cartels. That's why I keep telling you, you can't be wrong all around the board. They were talking smoke on one hand, and on the other hand, dealing with dirt. Get it? So that's why I told you they exposed, y'all. Let's go. Why? Told them they were being tracked on these apps. Been telling them to go on these apps. Now, you got to look at this. The NBA gambling arrests are all part of the president's revenge agenda. Okay. If it's a revenge agenda, where did all these agendas take place at? Where did all these agendas become reality? You're looking at these little innocent apps, but each app you're looking at represent millions of people. And millions of people was into a behavior of hating on a man for about 10 years straight. And now that man is getting revenge, if that's what you want to call it. I ain't going to say it's revenge. The truth is, I told you, just put your money up or, shut up. Put your money where your mouth at. Meaning, if you straight, you got nothing to worry about. But if you dirty, meaning if you're dirty, you should have been talking about people. So I told you all these apps were being studied. Now I want you to get this to your head. Facebook means social service. Facebook Messenger means social service. Instagram means social service. Now let me tell you again. Facebook means government. Messenger means government. Instagram means government. Y'all didn't get that part. On these apps, y'all talked a lot of junk. So I'm going to tell you, the government shutdown is not just welfare people. If you worked for the government and you were online talking shit on these apps, 9 times out of 10, you ain't getting your job back. If you were talking about certain people, you guys were in a trap. Like I said, your judgment comes from what you were saying on these apps. So, remember, you were trolling people. Remember, y'all were laughing and commenting on people in jail, prison. Well, now you going to prison. Remember that? Remember all the stuff you said on these apps? Well, that's the payback. Thousands of U.S. flights canceled or delayed over government shutdown cuts. Why? People still trying to travel in the year to reset. Let's go. 2,300 cancellations, 8,100 delays. Now, what people are not getting? They're trying to make it like it's about poor people, EBT, welfare, but it's not. It is more people suffering that work. People have been working without a paycheck. People are getting backed up in their bills. People are dealing with high anxiety and stress because they don't know when their job coming back. Some people might catch some strokes or aneurysms. Who knows? Some people feel like they're watching their life about to crumble. So I told you the trick was you're going to focus on EBT. Because for some people, that's something to laugh at. That's content. Let me make content tormenting and scaring the poor people all day. Ha ha, your food ain't back yet. Ha ha, y'all don't got no food. And just keep talking about that all day. When the real truth is, the hard workers, the government people that work on all forms, because don't forget, some people bring government just think law enforcement. They're not thinking about people that work at shipyards, people that do maintenance, engineering, electricians, people that work at airports, people that have regular working jobs have not been getting paid for 40 days, which is the real horror of this shutdown. But I told you, people that control narratives, they even try to control who you focus on in a damn shutdown. Told y'all whole life is controlled. Low level. So yesterday, on a Sunday, they got together and brought the conversation back up. Now, it is all up to assumption that things are getting better. But they saying it's still no word. I'm going to assume, because like I said, they're not going to announce it when it's happening. If it's going to happen, they're just going to come out that day. But in my opinion, I think they're going to come out before Thanksgiving. But it also is saying is, it's still possible they might not agree no time soon. That's also being said. So that's why I'm going to be 1,000% honest with you. Hold up. Let me see something. They are putting the FAA on AI through hetero. Elon was mad earlier this year when his friend didn't get the FAA or NASA contract. Dallas, they said they already got the tractor trailers that drive by themselves. But I say, a lot of y'all got tricked to get CDLs. Guess what? They already got the trucks that drive by themselves. They already got them. All these experiments been carried out in Texas. Now, guess what else? I know a lot of workers not coming back. Why? Because of the new real ID system. The new flight system is, y'all, you just go to the airport and hop on a plane. You ain't going to need a lot of workers. Because due to the new technology, they know who you are. When you come to the airport, they know who you are. You already scanned when you come there. You already in the system where they know who you are. And that's it. So a lot of workers, they ain't going to need no more. I know that part. AI is going to take a lot of jobs. As of now, hear me again, y'all. AI is already driving tractor trailers already. They've been doing experiments down in Dallas. Already. Doing from warehouse to warehouse. Shipments. No driver. They're already doing the what? The cabs with no driver. All the, so which I didn't get about the tech world, because I told you a lot of y'all are taught to fear tech or hate on Elon. But they're going to keep exposing you everything that's going to be standard in the new world. Everything Elon's showing you, 9 times out of 10 going to be standard in the new world. That's how they give you the clues. So when you don't know what's going on, guess what? They've been doing these experiments about the past 2 years now. That's why now they got the DoorDash remote control car. Straight up, come straight to the crib. I told you, they don't need humans no more, y'all. So I told a lot of y'all doing DoorDash, Grubhub, a lot of y'all being lured in. Now, certain cities, you're going to still have humans, but a lot of your money going to be taken from AI. They just been mastering it. How to send AI through food, AI do delivery. I mean, Uber, Lyft, all that. Them jobs going to be gone, y'all. They going to be gone. Let's go. I be watching real shit. Everybody knows about to happen. AI is going to take a lot of jobs. Period, y'all. All right? See that right here? Look. Let me show you another reality going on. See Disney? Now, it's a lot of things within this I said. Remember when I said these companies are going to be smart? The Versus was an experiment. The Versus was an experiment. Meaning a reason why these shows are shut down, soon all your concerts going to be online. No more shows. But I'm not mad at that. Concerts and you know, you get the concert in your living room. Would you rather have the concert in your living room or be sitting high up in the seats? Who knows? But I know is that's going to be the new entertainment. So you see Disney trying to capitalize off what? The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, let me tell you this. Everybody knows the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a joke. Why? They been letting rappers get the award. They been letting rappers in. That's a game you ain't getting the biggest prank. Rappers don't get an award for the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. They get awards for rock and roll. But they've been pissing the rock and roll people off. So I saw with my own eyes people from rock and roll mad, saying that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a joke, it's fraud, and they mad because all they real rock and roll heroes ain't getting awards. Then you're going to see Disney promotes it, and like I said, wherever you see them cartoon characters, you're going to see them rappers. Everybody hates rappers right now, y'all. The rock and rollers are mad, guys, all right? They like, this don't make no, well, how the fuck is all the rock and roll awards going to rappers? They rap, not rock and roll. Now let's get into the funny part of the show. Family, I don't know if y'all saw this video. I do not know. How many of y'all saw this video? When I told y'all in real life that the craziest stuff is happening, the realest comedy shows, and these people are a joke, this woman fell through the floor, y'all. She fell through the ground. Not only did she fall through the ground, she fell through the ground while she was ordering biscuits. I think a 3-piece tender and 2 biscuits. I said, man, you can't make this up. Now, this is what make this whole video crazy. She was being filmed, not even knowing. Like a lot of y'all don't know. People be filming you behind your back. Now, I'm going to be real, y'all. I told y'all this before, I think. I did this shit one time, a long time ago, right? I was filming somebody, joking on them in the store. My stupid ass posted this shit. And the person I filmed, they people saw that shit. They people saw it, and they told the person I recorded, but I didn't know that. I was trying to show you that's how I've been learning certain shit about online. Like you can call yourself filming somebody, post it, and you get exposed. Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, why the fuck you posting me like that? Why you posting it like that? I learned, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I did that shit not knowing. They got their family subscribed to me the whole time, and they snitched on my ass. So the guy over there joking on you. Yup. So I said, I ain't doing that shit no more. So guess what happened? This person was being filmed, but they didn't know it. So the person filming didn't know what's about to happen. She didn't know what's about to happen. The man behind the counter didn't know what's about to happen. She came in there ordering chicken and biscuits, y'all. I said, man, you can't make this shit up, bro. She fell through the goddamn floor. She fell through the floor. She fell through the floor. Mind you, she talking. You see that man, you see him laughing, right? He's smiling. How you doing, man? Can I? Oh, she was like, oh yeah, can I get a soda? And bow. See it? The whole floor collapsed, y'all. Now look, I know some of y'all this fake. No, it ain't. I always do my homework. But I also want, now we're gonna get into this other conversation when I said, remember I told y'all we in a time where you're not gonna know what you're looking at, you're not gonna know real from fake. Y'all see fake stuff, think it's real. People see real stuff, think it's fake. The altered world we in right now. Now check this out. She fell through the floor, y'all. But some people would think this shit fake, but it's not. See her ass? She fell through the floor. You see that, man? And what made it worse, none of them ran to save her. Then I thought about it. I said they couldn't save her if they wanted to. He can't pick up out that hole. She probably had to be lifted with machinery, y'all. And he was scared. You said, she said, can I get a 3-piece, 2 biscuit? And let me get a soda. I fell. So you see it, right? She in the hole. Now you see the floor, right? She broke that shit. But what I'm looking at, that floor might have already had repairs on it. See, I think that floor really had patchwork. It was patched up. Her ass fell in there, bro. And the thing is, she can't get out. How she gonna get out? All right, use your brain, y'all. Who gonna pick up out of that? You can't lift out of that, bro. 2 of us can't lift out of that. She had to stay in there. Now what? Look, the person filming it knows what's gonna happen. They was like, oh, she fell. She didn't know she was being filmed, and the person that was filming didn't know she was gonna fall. So the person that caught the footage didn't know that was gonna happen. They were just filming her being fat, big, and greedy. You get it? But they didn't know she was gonna fall, y'all. Her legs buckled. Why? Couldn't hold that weight up. So look, is this for real? So remember when I showed you we're gonna be in a time where people ain't gonna know what they're looking at. No, that shit was for real. Some things you watching are so real. It's not fake. Her knees buckled too much. That's what I saw. I did my homework. Her knees buckled too much. Weight on her legs. Her rear end hit the floor. It's a wrap. Sorry. Because when she fell, her ass hit that bow. Bow. Y'all seen it. Her ass fell through that hole, bro. Her ass fell through that hole. Look at that man's face. He was laughing at first. He got scared, but he didn't help. He didn't try to help. That's what made it fucked up. It ain't like they didn't run and say, "Ma'am, you okay?" I think they were so much in shock, like, "Oh shit." Now I think what y'all think. I ain't gonna lie though, y'all. I think she got a hell of a lawsuit though. That's a hell of a. Now this only thing I don't know. Is that a lawsuit or is that her fault because she was that big? That's the only thing I don't know. See. Is that a lawsuit, or are they gonna try to say it's because she was that big? The floor wasn't built to carry that weight. Because I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm gonna assume she's at least 600 pounds, at least 500, at least 500. That's right. She is the real Humpty Dumpty, y'all. That's what she is. She broke the floor. Now, guess how would you feel if she came to your house and messed up your living room like that? And your shit was just messed up. Then again, she lucky. What if she was, okay, what if she was in a situation where it was 2 floors and she would have went through that 1 floor, hit another floor, blah, blah, just been going through floors. Because that's how that weight would have been, y'all. This lady is over 1/2 a ton. And what made it messed up, y'all, I swear to God, what made it so crazy, you talk about bad luck. You being filmed behind your back, bad luck. Then you fall in the middle of your order. She was in the middle of the order. Oh, y'all take a soda. Just like that. I said, holy smokes. You can't make, I said, yo, you can't make this shit up. So the stuff happening in real life, y'all. I told you it's the real shit. It's the real entertainment. The weirdest stuff. You see how when she first came in, he was already laughing. I ain't gonna say he was laughing at her, but he was happy. He would be a nice. How you doing, ma'am? What would you like? I like 3 chicken tenders and 2 biscuits. I said, man, if somebody filming her was big shaming her. Get it? Trying to say she big, ordering all this food. And they were really just filming because she was big, ordering chicken. Yeah, that was a joke. She was big ordering chicken. But they didn't know what was going to happen. She probably is on Snap and EBT. See what they said, right? The jokes. So I told you the humiliation is everywhere. She probably is on Snap and EBT and at every food station in the country. Because the truth is, they say people on EBT buy the most fast food, they eat out the most because they don't got to buy groceries. That's what's said. They say they order food the most from DoorDash. It is also said that the EBT people sell their stamps so they can buy KFC. sell their stamps so they can go buy Chipotle. That's what's being said. I'm not saying it's the truth. So, y'all, if you big, here's your warning. You got to lose weight, because she could have hit her head on that. She was, if I was her, she wasn't smart. She would have played dead on that shit. I'd have played dead, y'all, till the help came. I'd have played dead till everybody was there to the last minute. Then I would have said, last minute when they thought I was dead, I'm getting paid, y'all. My head hit the floor. My head hit the back of that joint. My back destroyed. I can't walk. I'm finished. I'm suing KFC. I'm rich after that. That's what I would have did, y'all. And the truth is, they couldn't get out. They were only 2 workers. They couldn't get out of there. They couldn't do nothing. So now y'all get it, right? On every level. Guess what we got to talk about now? J. Prince. J. Prince, $4.4 million mansion is for sale. Selling the mansion. So, you heard the game was over. You might ain't want to believe it. I was telling you last year. Now you starting to see it, right? A lot of people talking about it. But here's some more proof for you. J. Prince selling his mansion. Some people gonna sell it because they don't want to go broke. Don't mean he broke. But this means money ain't right, period. Money's not right. Things are not cool. Also, your clue, rap is not making no money. When you see a check writer, J. Prince, selling his home and not write nobody a check for $1 million, that's how you know the game, y'all. When I tell you, it's always in your face. But now, we're going to look at something with J. Prince. Mind you, I was just talking about Ghetto Boys yesterday with my mind playing tricks on you. I was just talking about that song yesterday when I was talking about the deception of depression. And that song, My Mind Playing Tricks on Me, is one of those songs of mind games and mind tricks, depression. Long story short, I was just talking about J. Prince. Let's look at this. J. Prince, $4.4 million mansion sale sparked speculation. J. Prince is putting his extravagant French Chateau style estate near Dallas on the market for $4.4 million. You're going to see people evacuating Dallas, like TD Jakes, because you said it earlier, somebody in the channel. I told them before, Elon runs Dallas now. And that rap stuff will not be permitted in Dallas like that no more. And on top of that, rap needs the money. Some are speculating if it's a sign of financial shifts, it is, or a strategic move before a big new project. Others are debating if the mansion's over-the-top features helped or hurt his brand. What do you think is really going on behind the scenes? Well, he's not putting out no rap music. It's not hard to figure out. The rap game is dead. So as a smart man, I can't live at every house at once. I might as well sell it. It's a sign to get that money before I go broke. Because regardless of what we believe or what you think, doesn't matter. Well, now I told you, everybody affiliated with this game from a certain era is going to go down. I also said it doesn't mean they're going to jail. Hey, they might not all get slandered, but the one thing I will bet all of y'all on the table, they will all take financial losses. And it's already happening, meaning they won't make no more money, y'all. They're going to take losses. They're going to make money, but they never going to make the millions they were making. Get it? They're going to make their hundreds of thousands. They're going to make their little million here, 2 million. They ain't making those 50 million, 30 million, 20 million. They not getting all them deals no more, y'all. That run is over. But you also seeing, we talk all this street stuff. I don't see a lot of corporations. I see Elon bought out Dallas. I didn't see TD Jakes and J. Prince do it. When I tell y'all, no more excuses. Jay Prince made enough money to feed the whole Houston. Y'all made enough money to have your own welfare systems. Y'all always kept talking about what the Panthers did. Why y'all never followed the Panthers and fed and started your own community centers? And okay then. All right. You get it? All right. Property, no welfare centers. Thank you very much, Barbara. That's right. Money Day Monday. Shout out to everybody that's up getting them some money, getting to it. Shout out to everybody that's in a positive state. If you're in a positive state, that's money. Let's go. Plus. See that? You see who Jay Prince with, right? Didn't I tell you everybody gonna go down one way or another? For those who don't know, that's the guy who created Megan. That's the guy who put the money behind Megan. When Megan was with him, he was on the right track. But guess what I think happened? That guy that originally found Megan, I think he got sabotaged. That's what I think. I think he got sabotaged. Because somehow, somebody else ended up with Megan. Are you getting it? I told y'all a lot of people played a role, y'all. Everybody played a role. All I'm going to tell y'all all is this. If you didn't figure out yet, all characters are not who they said they were, not what you believed, especially the fake tough guy shit. I'm going to leave y'all alone. Now, Max B has been released. A lot of y'all do not know who he is, and it's not important. But you know I got jokes. I told you they're waiting for Max B to come home. Only thing I got, one question for Max B. Max B, the prison you just got out of, do they have a beauty salon? Max B, you just got fresh out of prison. Look to me like you somebody boo. They can't pick you up. I was told it was not no woman there to come pick him up out of prison. I don't know. But the question is, do they now have beauty salons in prison? And that's all I'm going to say. Guess what else I know, Max B? These rappers about to soak all your clout up. They about to use you for the latest topics. And the truth is, Max B, no matter what you record, it ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. Because rapping y'all department is over. But what you going to be, Max B, is an internet sensation. And today, you are content for Negroes. But I'm going to ask you again, Max B. Do they have beauty salons in prison now? Because you came home with your hair fresher than the brothers that been home already. And the other joke is, Max B going to be doing better than all the brothers that been home his whole bed. See that? So everybody around here, you know what the gangster rap program is, and I'm not going to say nothing. But you see somebody getting fresh out of penitentiary with a fresh hairstyle. And I'm going to leave it at that. Shout out to the gangsters. Max B released from prison after 16 years. He home, y'all. Salute to Max B. All right? So on that note, let me do this recap, and we're going to get out of here. We ain't going to be long today. The recap is ESPN is in the toilet. They've been busted lying about viewership after being dropped from YouTube. ESPN try to convince us that they get a lot of views without YouTube. They trying to say they breaking records. Meanwhile, Stephen A is getting smoke for his sports bet affiliation with a dirty application that was said to be using bots against humans. Humans were putting their money on this app trying to gamble, play solitaire, allegedly. And they were being cheated, booked, and robbed because they weren't playing against humans. They were playing against AI bots. They were getting cheated. They said this app got busted. Let me give you the facts because we need facts, no rumors. All right? So everybody knows, right? Boom. Her comments come amid Papaya's federal lawsuit where they are accused of falsely marketing games of skill that were allegedly rigged according to reports. Shit was rigged. This company that Stephen A. dealing with said they was rigged. They got exposed. They went to court, whatever. After they got accused of being dirty, this same app to clean up their image, to rebrand themselves, they paid Stephen A. to be the face of it. After he got caught on this app supposed to be covering the NBA championship. So now he is the face of this app. The app is being exposed as those people are dirty. Stephen A has put on his co-workers to it, Kendrick Perkins. He got people promoting this app. But now this app is being considered dirty. And everybody's exposing them. Also exposing how ESPN was in bed with sports betting. They were in a contract to get $1.5 billion, which means ESPN allegedly has sold the fans out to make money. It was no longer about what fans want. It was no longer about your favorite teams. It was about what ESPN wants. And they wanted money. Sports betting was to expose all of the greed, y'all. That's what it did. This is the new Molly. Molly Karam stepped down because she's seeing this shit coming. You're going to see Stephen A. didn't prosper ever since he got rid of Max Kellerman. This is also the revenge of Max. All right? Mina Grimes had to apologize because Stephen A. embarrassed her by not telling her this app was dirty. He tried to use her to promote this app to the Asian community. ESPN star Mina Kimes deeply embarrassed after promoting Solitaire app. Stephen A. Smith partnered with Solitaire Cash after being busted. So they saying, Stephen A., you get paid $100 million from Disney. You get $100 million. You work on every damn show. You get paid to cover games. You doing this. You get paid to do ESPN. They say all you do is yell and give wrong advice about sports. They actually said you make people lose money. And your ex-co-workers are the ones exposing you. Michelle Beadle don't like you. Max Kellerman don't like you. Jason Whitlock don't like you. A lot of people don't like you. But now, Stephen A., a lot of people you don't like, they're now doing good. They have learned to be independent without ESPN. And now everybody is saying, Stephen A., you are the ESPN mascot. You are the voice. We're not going to say you're Uncle Tom, but they're saying you that too. But they're saying you also are the watchdog. So they saying that ESPN workers, I saw my own eyes, Stephen A. Smith and others, Mike Greeny, begging fans to go against YouTube. ESPN beefing with YouTube. YouTube said, ESPN, you guys are greedy. You want to run everything, right? You and Disney already run everything. Well, guess what? We're going to challenge y'all. YouTube is standing up for the fans. YouTube is for the people. These corporations been monopolized a lot of money. So guess what happened, y'all? These corporations, Disney is using Stephen A. to fight their fights. Telling the people to petition against YouTube. If y'all want ESPN, y'all need to say something to YouTube. Not only that, he's getting a check from Solitaire Cash on top of that, y'all. So you got to look at its layers. When they say, oh, what a tangled web, you're going to see all of them are caught up in the web some kind of way. Stephen A. is in the web. Told you chess moves been made. What's the back end? Don't forget, ESPN also now has Shaq and Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith, which means they know they don't need Stephen A. like that. They got Shaq now and Charles Barkley. They can easily have Shaq and Charles Barkley doing a daytime TV show. See how simple it is? All right. No, Stephen A., you're going to work. You're going to be the spokesman. You're going to be the Monday Night Football host. They also made him the face of ESPN Sports Bet, which has now been canceled. ESPN is now with they are now with DraftKings. So people saying, Stephen A., if you got $100 million, why are you taking money from Solitaire when they already were known to be dirty? Now, Stephen A., they saying you're just greedy. You're greedy, and you done messed up now because you messed up your co-workers. They getting backlash. You're all getting backlash. and joked on and humiliated and exposed. This was ESPN's deal. $1.5 billion off co-signing sports betting, which meant who gives a damn about a fan? And they knew that people that sports bet will pay to watch. So now they started capitalizing off the bettors, and people that love the game suffered. So it's a shift. YouTube is trying to make it where they got everything you need right here. And I've been telling some of y'all, like, yo, if you're a real YouTube consumer, you might as well be all in, get the full package so you get the full benefit, especially if YouTube, the ad-free, gives you better enjoyment. You get to download stuff. You can make your music playlist. YouTube has TV now. Shows, free content, free movies, and they're not janky. Get it? And you can use it anywhere. It's not restricted like a lot of other apps. And you got everything you need. And you be up to date. So the thing is, I don't subscribe to Disney. I know a lot of y'all don't. This would, like I say, being at Disney influenced us all as children, one way or another, with a book, a movie. Disney is part of our life, y'all. And that's how they look at us. It's not a coincidence I went to Disney World at 11. All right? They look at it like they're part of our life. So look at this whole shit as Disney wanted to pull the strings of our life forever. They run the sports, we'll buy that. We'll control that. You grow up on Mickey Mouse, your new Mickey Mouse is Stephen A. You get it? It's the new Mickey Mouse of Disney. Why you think the Bubble Championship was at Disney World? Because LeBron James is one of their mascots, Goofy. You get it? No, y'all. Disney been controlling the whole shit. You've been in a fantasy world, y'all. La La Land. Not real sports. That's why you're going to see it was always based on narratives. ESPN had you watching for narratives, not no damn sports. You watch because you want to hear debate of LeBron James to GOAT. Has nothing to do with sports analytics, bro. All these teams playing good, they don't talk about them. Same thing in football. All these teams, they don't talk about a loser team. They got exposed, y'all. That's what happened. Meanwhile, he worked for the bosses, and you get this clear. At the same time, Pat McAfee is dissing the bosses. Live on TV, live on ESPN, working for them, working with them, at the same time dissing their ass. It's not right what ESPN doing. I'm for the fans. I'm for the people. Stephen A. speaking for the bosses. The bosses said, you guys need a petition against y'all need a petition against YouTube. The whole world knows Stephen A. is now the voice of the corporate of Disney. But guess what? A lot of people are going against Disney now. So they're going against Stephen A. So he's in a jam. He's in a good jam. Right? And that's what's happening. Meanwhile, First Take is also crashing. So now you got it, right? And the other thing I want y'all to see, so much media is out here. That's why a lot of y'all don't know. And Stephen A. knows that Michelle Beadle and many others have been exposing him on other platforms. So to get ahead of it, they've been focusing on controlling these YouTube narratives. So you get it now? She said she been praying on his downfall and she ain't biting her tongue. That's the part I want y'all to see. ESPN's rival, they got rivals that you don't even know about, is praying for Stephen A. Smith's downfall over his latest payday. She's an ex-worker. She was the face before Stephen A. She was one of the favorites. She got fired. Molly stepped down. His ex-co-workers don't like him, and they the ones he is afraid of because they know about him, and they the ones expose him. They also work for other platforms that they make sure y'all don't know about. That's why you don't know about certain stuff, but you're going to know everything affiliated with ESPN. And that's the game they play. You're going to know about Cam Newton. You ain't going to know about Michelle Beadle. See that? They don't want you to watch Jason Whitlock. They want you to watch Cam Newton. And that's why you ain't going to know nothing. Everybody that's against them, tell the truth. ESPN pays him $1 gazillion to get a lot of stuff wrong and yell. He gets caught playing solitaire during the NBA freaking finals. The thing he's an expert in. He's an expert in this game. That's about it. So he's a disgrace. Molly stepped down. So you now see the path for ESPN. The saga of ESPN, First Take, Disney, and YouTube continues. But in my opinion, YouTube's going to win this war. That's my opinion. Because YouTube is already ahead of everybody. YouTube knows one thing, y'all. They know this a fact. If we had to pick between YouTube and TV, they already know what we're going to do. If we had to pick between YouTube and ESPN, they already know what we're going to do. Why? They knew that when cable was popping. They know people was on YouTube when people didn't want to pay for cable. You know what I'm saying? So they already know. YouTube going to win this one. Trust me on that. Now, other than that, the whole thing is YouTube going to have ESPN back? So just know, y'all, it's all part of the change. So y'all enjoy y'all day. Stay tuned. It's not just EBT, it's also ESPN. So get it clear, y'all. Don't believe certain narratives. Do research for yourself. In America, you're free to be smart. You're also free to be dumb. And it don't cost a thing to be dumb all day. So the truth is, the more you believe just online, the dumber you're going to be. When you get in tune with everything, then you'll know it for yourself. And you'll see it clear. It's a control thing going on too, y'all. That's the biggest thing I'm watching. I'm able to see how this shit has been controlled all this time. Whatever they wanted you to see, you saw. What they didn't want you to see, you didn't. How they do that? They made you focus on everybody with a name. And you're going to see everybody with a name joins together as a force. And then they take over everybody else and you forget about and don't see nobody else. That's Michelle Beadle and others. But I told you, their monopoly, I'm going to give y'all the proof. Their monopolizing now is not going to work. That is what you're watching. It is no more connections because of who you are now. Just because you ain't Stephen A., you're not going to be able to use your platform or your connections for your own. Meaning, okay, you can use your connections all you want, but all your connections end up being bad decisions. And there, you got to stand on it. That's your judgment. And you made everybody look bad. And y'all not getting no more checks. That's the whole thing. You're going to get money, but everybody else not. All right? So it's the end of an era. It all applies. ESPN is part of the 30-year experience of entertainment. And y'all know it goes together. When I said they know hip-hop fans wake up and will watch ESPN during the daytime, because what they never want to tell you is Stephen A. built First Take off the hood, which really means Stephen A. built First Take off daytime TV where people that do not work watch sports. The only people that watch sports from 10 a.m. to 12 is people that don't work or work second or third shift. But I know the truth. If you work second shift or third shift, sometimes you get off work, you tired by 10 o'clock, you work third shift. If you work second shift, a lot of them are the most ones to watch First Take. But you still got to be ready to get ready for work. Meaning, most of their viewership came from people that didn't work. Like I said, we used to smoke weed and watch First Take. We know what's up. It's really, First Take blew up off of the hood. Right? And people that don't work, people that sit on their ass all day and talk about sports, shit like that. That's really what blew it up, to be honest with you. And at the time First Take blew up, LeBron James was a superstar. So every day talk about LeBron, viewership. But now you're going to see, since LeBron is not a star no more, since there's no more real debates with Skip Bayless, real adversary, It's been scripted, shenanigans, and now you see it's exposed. And that's all it is, y'all. So on that, enjoy your day. It's just a time thing. Times have changed. And we out. One.